She with her so niggas looking, told them they could try to pull the cash up. She hit the play with her friends, but always be the last up. Baby,
goddamn
so pay up, don't wanna crash up. Money on my mind like it's payday. You fuck with mine, I get to spinning like a
Always
baby.
on the hunt for the latest buzz in the world of sports? Look no further. Dive into Fein JP, your ultimate destination for the hottest sports gossip. From thrilling game analyses to interviews of fans, this channel has it all. Stay updated with the highs and lows, the cheers, and the surprises from the world of sports. Feel like you're right in the stadium with our vivid storytelling and dynamic content. Don't miss out on any scoop. Hit that like button, share with your fellow sports fanatics, and subscribe to keep your sports knowledge ahead of the curve. Fein JP is just a click away. Join the community today.
Niggas stunting and stolen clothes, risking it all the bugs. Always trying to finesse a nigga and wonder why they don't get love. I'm a big dog, thorough nigga, never been a snake. Do my dirt alone, won't tell on myself, so I know I'll be the case. Banshee street legal, so when I see the boys, I ain't got to see the race. Banshee street legal, so I
sitting at home.
Pull up with a belly on the bench.
Sitting at home talking about you getting ready for next season. God damn. This is a damn shame. Sitting at home talking about you getting ready for next season. Lord, he gonna take a week off to eat what he needs to eat. Sitting at home, Lord have mercy. Sitting at home. So got rid of Scotty. Okay, then. Shout out to everybody. Shout out, dog. Shout out to the big homies. Shout out to God. But yeah, man. This is sad, man. This is sad. So they got rid of Scotty. Yeah, they got rid of Scotty. That's cool.
I really do. And I've been thinking that I wasn't going to bring this up, but I might as well now.
Clip for you.
I would never do anything to hurt this sport. That's really hard with this.
Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
All right, so let's get down to it, man. Now let's get down to this, man. So they fired Scotty, and that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. They fired Scotty. That's cool. That's cool. So okay, all right. So Scotty gone now. That's cool. That's cool. Scotty gone. You knew that's kind of gonna happen. That's cool. So I got some points I wanted to bring out. I got some points that I wanted to bring out. So you traded away. It's like a subscribe button. You traded away your number. I'm confused, man, with this old man playing GM, dog. I'm confused. So you traded away your number, your number 2 pick in this year's draft, and your number 1 pick in next year's draft to help the defense out for Dak Prescott. And then you turn around and you fire Scotty. I mean Matt. Excuse my language. Matt. You fire Matt. So hit that subscribe button, y'all. I ain't gonna been that long today. I just want to bring some couple points. Then you fire Matt, and then you come back and say, okay, well, everything's good now. We're fine now, and we don't have any more problems. But guess what? You still got problems. So now you got to go out and hunt for a defensive coordinator. And now these players got to be under another system. In 5 years, they got to go another defensive system. In the last 10 years, like 5 or 6 defensive coordinators have been in here trying to correct this damn freaking defense. You see how stupid this is? This dumb. He's dumb. You got rid of Mike. You got rid of Quinn. You let Dan Quinn walk out the door, and then turn around, and now you want to find some guys to try to fix your defense, and now you need a new defensive coordinator now. So okay, no more excuses. You like the subscribe button. No more excuses, man. You got rid of Matt. That's cool. He needed to go. Everybody was pushing for. Everybody was pushing for this in the middle of the season when they kept giving up all the big plays and everything. That's fine. Now you got to go and find another defensive coordinator to come in and fix the defense. Now they got the same roster they had last year. It's coming into the 26th to fix the roster. So Matt's gone. The scapegoat was gone now. Scotty by itself. Okay? So go fix the defense now. You got the same roster you had when Matt left. I want to see how well this works out. Now they got to try to bring, I said they should have bring a playoff coach in here to help this defense. Bring in a playoff coach in this year's playoff. The defense that does really well in this playoff, go get you a playoff coach like Baltimore did with Seattle. I mean, like Seattle did with the coach from Baltimore. They went and got their defense coordinator and made him the coach in Seattle. And so now the number 1 team in the NFL, the NFC. So you brought Scotty in here to coach the team. All right, with no playoff experience. Now, remind Scotty has no playoff experience. So now Scotty and Dak Prescott got to handpick, or whoever's going to pick this damn defensive coordinator. Man, they ain't going to be happy with people. Ain't going to be happy with this. All right, Matt was bad. All right, everybody throwing Matt up under the bus. Matt Day, kick Matt's in the nut day. Kick Matt's up in the nuts. Kick him in the nuts now. Everybody was hating on Matt for the last, 2 or 3 months now? Nobody was saying shit about Matt when they're making those defensive stops, when they beat the Philadelphia Eagles, when they beat Kansas City. Their defense played decent, then turned around. The offense went on a 3-game losing streak. What they found out, that they can block Quentin Williams, double team him, and let them create some pass rush. And it should eat him up in the secondary and continue to throw the ball on them. All right, they did that. The opponent did that. And what they say, let's make Dak Prescott beat us. I'm telling you. So Madison, from here on out, are you going to be mad at the other defensive coordinator? I'm going to see what is going to be excuses on this one. If you hire a defensive coordinator of the fans' likings, and know who knows what they want this time. Who knows what they're trying to pull this time? Maybe going to put the brother from the Vikings in. Why are you going to make him a defensive coordinator when he's already a defensive coordinator for the Vikings? He can stay there. He can come to Dallas. But this defense was bad. Yes, the defense need a linebacker, 1 or 2 linebackers to fix the secondary, and they need a pass rusher, 2 pass rushers. The defense was bad down the stretch. You know, they're going to find a defensive coordinator. Who's going to be if this defensive coordinator that they bring in now, it's not good as everybody liking, y'all going to throw him under the bus. You're going to just the same roster that when Matt came into that we had last year. We're going to see if the scheme's going to matter. So it's over with Matt, and that's good. Okay, Matt's gone now. All right, what's next? What's next, y'all? Oh, you want me to say that the offense, you want to say the offense ain't got problems? Oh, man, they got problems, dog. They got problems. A good offense will fix your defense. If you cannot get down there in the red zone 75% of the time and you kicking field goals, that's the offensive problem, dog. I said this on the offseason last year. I said, if the offense can't score points, outscore the other team, then this is an offensive problem. You think you can drop him back 75, 80% of the time and go out there and beat a team up when you can't score in the red zone? All right. Go fix the defense. Let's fix the defense. Let's fix the defense. We're going to fix the defense. We're going to get some pass rushers in here. We're going to get some linebackers in here. We're going to get corners and safeties in here to help this team out. Yeah, everybody want to see that. Jerry made a decision today. Jerry's on his ball. Jerry's on his game. That's good to see Jerry Jones on his game. Got rid of Matt. Okay, got rid of him. Okay, that's good. That's good. Matt gonna fuck around and be in New York. He gonna be coaching with the Giants or the Jets and come back and whoop the shot at the Cowboys. What should I tell you? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Everybody is coming online, and they gonna do their post just like me. Ain't gonna be in that long today. They gonna post. They gonna get their comments. They gonna say how they feel. They gonna throw Matt up under the bus like they're doing for the last 2 or 3 months about the defense and the scheme that he got. Look, we had problems before Matt got here. I don't understand. I mean, y'all stupid out there, man. We had problems with the defensive coordinator before that. Mike Zimmer. We had problems with Mike Zimmer. He had the same roster he got now. We had problems when Dan Quinn left. That was least of our problems. We let Dan Quinn walk out the door to go to Washington. And they had an injury bug over there in Washington last year. You left Dan Quinn at the door, you let him go, and then on top of that, you fired Mike McCarthy the day of the year after that. So Jerry got a lot of work to do, man, to bring a defensive coordinator in that can coach his team, the scheme, and what kind of scheme they gonna run now? They gonna run the 4-3, 3-4, whatever. What the fuck they gonna run now? So what is going to be the excuse about 2026? Man, this fan base y'all ain't shit. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, everybody's backstabbed, two-facing. Scotty gone, and Matt gone. Well, Scotty need to be the hell on by here too. But Matt gone now. We can't blame Matt now. Now we can talk shit. Now I like everybody posting the shit now, running their mouth and shit now. So everybody. Now I can go on here and show you what everybody like backstabbing ass bastards out there, man. And that's cool. What's your opinion? That's cool. Now he want to come out run his mouth now. Williams. Great things are coming. So happy to be a Cowboy. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, we're gonna see what you're gonna do, Williams. They gave up a lot for you, dog. They gave up a first-round pick for next year and this year's pick. They ain't got no picks. They're not in second round, third round. They ain't picking until day 3. Man, this is sad. Now let's go over this. This is sad here. Look at this. Top candidates to replace Eberflus. Matt. I don't know why Brian want to come here. And Brock can come here. It'll be nice. Michael working on his knee after surgery. Matt gone. Quinn Williams will come out running his mouth, man. I don't know. A lot of players they're gonna put their inside. They're gonna say, oh, "Well, we think you should. We think you should hire him. You think you should hire this guy? You should." Well, look, don't let Dak Prescott pick your defense coordinator because that ain't gonna work. We already see what the hell's going on here. They had problems before Matt got here. They got problems before Dan Quinn got here. They got problems before Mike McCarthy got here on defense. Mike Nolan, they had problems before the other defense coordinator had problems before then. Man, Mike Zimmerman, Mike Nolan. This is sad. Ed Warner said that Eberflus is the Cowboys' third defensive coordinator since 2020, joining Mike Nolan, Mike Zimmer, and Jerry Jones will be hiring the team 4 defensive coordinators in 4 seasons after the team allowed the league high franchise 511 points. It's your drafting. You're horrible at drafting. I told y'all a while back. I said Jerry Jones in front of the camera on draft day is horrible at drafting a defense. They pick all their players. Their defensive line, their offensive line is nothing but first round picks in the last 4 or 5 years. Until he step out the way as GM, get out in front of the camera on draft day, want to put his fucking face in front of the TV he wants to be in the TV, everybody's home, everywhere, and see this is what I can do. Look, Jerry Jones hired Matt, and he fired Matt. 1 year. Your defensive roster is horrible. You signed Osa to that big contract. You let Parsons go. You don't have a pass rush. I don't know if they should bring back Clark. I don't know. They should probably draft a defensive tackle. Like I said, man, I don't know about that dumbass a trade. That trade hurt them, dog. That trade. George Pickens with a message. You fired Matt. That's good. You broke the news. Everybody said, no, we fired Matt. We fired Matt. That's cool. You fired Matt. That's cool. But guess what? You don't have a defensive coordinator, and they better draft, and they better look in this playoffs, and they better in the playoff coaches right now. They better start interviewing people, and that's in the playoffs right now, because you can't. If you try to bring a defensive coordinator from a losing team, you still gonna be the same way Matt was. You cannot bring in a losing defensive coordinator with other teams and think you're gonna win. Come on, man, that don't make no sense. Why are you gonna get a losing defensive coordinator from another team that hasn't won over 8, 9, 10 games in the playoffs? We're going backwards. Does that make sense to you? We're going backwards. Why bring a defensive coordinator in that hasn't won anything in the last 5 or 6 years, 5 to 10 years, who hasn't been in the playoffs? They need a playoff defensive coordinator that's in the playoffs right now that can give this team a spark. That they've seen it, they're studying, they need advancement. If they don't bring a defensive coordinator that's not in the playoffs right now, they're not going to do shit in 26. I'm telling you what. I'm telling you. Because those guys in the playoffs now, they know how to get their roster together. They start early. They know what they're doing. They know what they want. They're in the playoffs already. Why do we want to go backwards? I'm telling you. It don't make any sense. And so I ain't gonna be on that long today. I'm just chopping it up right now. But yeah, they fired Matt. It's cool. Yeah. So, but guess what? They sitting at home though, Doc. They sitting at home. They sitting at home, Doc. Again, they're clearing their shit out. They're clearing all their shit out. And they're going home on January the 6th. After 2 years, Doc. Does that make any sense? They let Dan Quinn go out the door as defensive coordinator. They bring Mike McCarthy in, and now your defense is total shit after Dan Quinn left. You see what I'm saying? That don't make any sense. So now they got to bring in another smart-minded defensive coordinator to come in here and coach this bomb-ass rush on defense. They need a coach that want to hold their players accountable. They want to make them tackle. They want to be disciplined on defense. They don't want to let CeeDee Lamb and Joy Pickens and Ferguson run all over them. They need a defensive coach that wants to punk them and kick their asses. They need players. They need to bring players in there that can tackle, that can cover, that can hit, and that are pissed off for missing their assignments. They need a coach to come in here to tell them, look, I'm not allowing you to do this shit on defense anymore. So, let's go kick the offense ass and play good defense. You need a defensive coach that want to come in here and fucking let Dak Prescott be the problem. That's what you need. You need a defensive coach that said, look, my defense is not the fucking problem here. It's your fucking offense. That's what kind of coach you need to come in and coach. You don't want to give the offense no excuses. You don't want to give defense no excuses. You want to be get coach that want to give the defense to say, look, we're doing our job. We're ranked we rank between fucking first defense up to the fucking between the first and the 15th. That's what we want to be ranked. Get a defensive coach that want to come in here, and that's what we want. We want a defensive coach that come in and say, look, our defense is not the problem. The offense is the fucking problem. You hired Scotty. You're making me look bad. I'm giving you a number of stops. A number of stops on defense. I'm turning the ball. I'm getting the ball back up to you. Turning the ball over. I'm getting turnovers. I'm getting back the ball. But you're not doing shit on offense. Once we find that rhythm on defense, put it on the offense. That's what the fuck we need. Ravens fired their head coach. Oh, good shit. Oh, the Harbaugh is fired? Okay, that's good then. Maybe Harbaugh can come over and coach the defense. Ravens fired. Okay, Ravens fired. Maybe they can go after Harbaugh, maybe. We'll find out. I don't know. I don't know about Harbaugh coming up because he's not a playoff coach. I don't know. They need a defensive. What up, Jesse? How you doing, Nate Dogg? Look, they need to bring in a fucking coach that wants to fucking get in Scotty's face, not scared of Jerry, and fucking be in the draft room and fucking say, I need these defensive players, man. I can't come here to coach. We need linebackers, secondary, and a pass rusher. All right? You can get 2 defensive players in this first round and fucking figure out a way how to fucking Dak Prescott give some money fucking back, restructure his shit, but don't give him no more time or get him the fuck out of here. It don't matter. You could bring a defensive coordinator in here, right? But they got to outshine the offense because we know the offense is the problem. But people get mad at me because I'm saying that The offense, people say, well, offense ain't the problem. Dak Prescott had 4,500 yards throwing. But yeah, against bad teams. Bad teams. Once we bring a guy here that can coach his defense, but Jerry got to step out of the way. He got to step out of the way. He got to step out of the way and bring a GM here that can fucking hire a defensive coordinator that come here and play. We need a playoff experienced defensive coordinator. We can't bring no bum in here that's sitting at home already. That's not in the playoffs. We're going backwards. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? We go hire a guy that has not been in the playoffs. System sucks, and they're putting up and they're giving up 40, 35 to 50 points a game. Come on, man. We're going backwards. All right. So go hire your new defensive coordinator that you're going to handpick. We're going to see how this work out. But the number one thing that I'm pointing out is, what about the offense? We are still in trouble on offense. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. So Washington has fired their offensive coordinator. They're going to end up bringing this fucking guy in. He's offensive coordinator. He should have probably got the job over Scotty, even. I don't know. Cowboys clear out their locker room. Boo-hoo. Everybody mad. Everybody crying. And I can't believe Dak Prescott had a nerve to come out and say, I'm getting ready for 2026. Man, you get the fuck out of here, man. Bruh, we just, it's 11 years, dog. 11 fucking years with one quarterback who has not got to the championship game and not the playoffs. And not Super Bowl. That don't make no sense. 11 fucking years. Ain't nobody, everybody forgot about Dan Quinn defense. We forgot about Dan Quinn. The scooping scores, the shutouts that we did, the kicking ass. We forgot about the bogus bullshit with against San Francisco and two San Francisco games and the fucking in the Green Bay game. And we forgot about that. Man, they better not bring no bomb. Man, look at everybody who could be the next defense. Man, we need a black defensive coordinator in this motherfucker right now. We probably need a black defensive coordinator in here, dog. It's time to make a change, man. They need to make a change. Look at this shit. He's old, senile, and decrepit. Well, I'm done. I'm not go upstairs. I'm doing the show right now. But yeah, it's ugly though. It's getting ugly, man. Look at Williams. They like to run their mouth though. Yeah, but Quentin Williams got something to say. He need to say, okay, well, should I have any input on the next defensive coordinator coming here? I don't know, man. They run their mouth too much, man. People, it's a new system. Everybody hollering and whining and crying, saying Matt was the problem. But look, they still got the same. They still got the same problem. they still got the same problem on defense. They still got the same roster. Oh, like Steve Wilkes. Yeah, Jesse, I might like that too. I like the defensive coordinator for Buffalo, man. That's what I wanted him to get the head coaching job. Him or the coach from San Francisco for the Texans. Commanders are fine DC Joe. Okay, then. So they still got the same roster that from last year right now that Matt had when he came on. All right. But yeah, man. It's a statement from Matt. Matt, having Matt for a decade from now, we have tremendous respect and appreciation for him as a coaching person. After viewing and discussing results for defensive performance this season, though it is declared that the change is needed. Dallas Cowboy and Jerry, man, you need to step down, Jerry. This is the first step in that process. We will continue to the review as applies to reaction to much higher expectations. You need to step down. Because you hired Scotty in here who's horrible at coaching. Scotty has a horrible work ethic, dog. They're horrible at work ethic. You don't party. You don't have a party on the field on the outside during the season, dog. They had a party. I call it a party in Oxnard. They had a party, fam, on the field. Blasting music, kicking it, and they was playing salsa. They was playing Spider-Man out there. They was playing the rugby out there. They was playing Greek. They was doing everything but practicing, dog. They were doing everything but getting ready for their opponent. You got guys like this out here crying about it, the defensive coordinator. Now they got it. And then you got this broad right here, Jane. She come out running her mouth about, oh, well, we need a defensive. Look, ain't nothing gonna change, man. You got Jerry in the way. They got 5 or 6 defensive coordinator, dog, in the last 10 years. It's your drafting, dog. It's your drafting. So I've been on for 32 minutes. So you got guys that's coming on commenting. That's cool. Everybody, blame it on Matt. Blame it on Matt, fam. They don't want to see me, though. None don't want to see me, dog. You still gonna have. You like Steve Wilkins? How you doing, Jesse? They need to bring a defensive coach in here, dog. They're just in the playoffs right now. If they bring in, it's talking about bringing him. Why would they need the Vikings to come in and coach though? He already got a defensive coordinator. He's not a playoff coach. This guy's not a playoff coach. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me for the day, man. I don't know. This organization is fucked up, man. They're indecisive and they do dumb shit out there, man. And you knew that if you're gonna fire Matt, why would you trade for Williams and give away your number 2 pick in the draft? Why don't you just let your defensive continue to suck throughout the season? And then after Williams got here, with the last 3 games, 3 or 4 games, we sucked, supposedly. And then on top of that, you didn't say nothing about the offense. So now we're gonna blame the defense. So now we're blaming the defense for all the problems now. It's dumb. Jerry don't know what the fuck he doing because he let Dan Quinn walk out the door. So now you got to bring in a defense coordinator that's been to the fucking that's hopefully that's in the playoffs right now. You're gonna bring another scrub in here. They're not going to get his brother no job. They're not going to give a black man. They're racist down there, dog, in Texas. All throughout Mississippi. All over the world, as we see. They're not going to get a black man no head coaching job, defense coordinator down there. Everybody want him. Do I want him? I don't know. He played a good game against the Cowboys. Yeah, he's decent. But is he going to get it? We don't know. It'll be a miracle. It'll be a damn miracle if we get a black defensive coordinator in there. A fucking miracle. It'll be a new change. It'll be maybe we have to wait till Jerry dies. Defensive coordinator. I wanted the coach, defensive coordinator from San Francisco. The head coach from I wanted the head coach was it Marco from that's with the Texans, the number one defense. They kept Mike McCarthy and let this dude. Why in the hell did they let this dude walk out the door? The defense coordinator for the Texans. They kept Mike McCarthy and fired Mike McCarthy the next year after that when their defense sucks. Why would you not go get a coach that beat the living shit out you twice in the playoffs to fix your defense? Now the Texans got the number one defense in the NFL right now. The Texans are finna beat the dog shit out of Pittsburgh. They're finna beat the dog shit out of Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, he in a lot of trouble. Yeah, you right about that night, dog. Blaming everyone but number 4. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You right about that night. They blaming everybody else but Dak Prescott, dog. He do not want to reap what he sowed, man, when it comes to this offense. They still got problems on offense, man. Bro, they can't score. I'm gonna call him now. Man, they something else though. But yeah, we ain't gonna be on that long, on here too much longer. But yeah, man, they still got problems on offense. Everybody want to just forget that the offense is not the problem. Ain't scored, ain't did shit. How they're getting us out the red zone. Was not the problem. So Matt gone now, but at some point in time they're gonna have to turn the attention towards the offense. At some point in time they're gonna okay. Well, he had 4,500. He had 4,500 yards throwing, but against bad teams. When it comes to the good teams, I haven't seen it. So that they would say fire Matt Zimmer. Now it's fire. Now it's fire. Now I need to fire. They fire Matt. Fire. I'm sorry, Mike Zimmer. Bruh, the fan base need to wake up, man. They need to drop the quarterback, man. They need to drop the damn quarterback, man. They need to draft the quarterback. Quit waiting on the pad. This is the year to draft that quarterback. This is the year to draft your quarterback. Now you got this bum right here. They love this dude, man. One of the first seasons, if not the first of my career, I can't directly correlate my play to the wins or losses. You have not gotten to the NFC Championship game in over 11 years, and everybody's going to forget about Dan Quinn era. They forgot. that we had the top 10 ranked defense in Dan Quinn era. They forgot. It's been 11 years. They forgot Dan Quinn was here. They forgot Dan Quinn was here, fam. It's been 11 years. I mean, what all do they need, dog? So this team, they need to drop the quarterback, man. They want to go after a strong safety. Look, they fucked up in the draft, okay? They don't have a second pick, and they don't have a third pick. So they're going to be climbing up the wall, trying to draft players. How you doing, Travis? How do you feel about Matt? Matt had a horrible scheme, but we have to recognize that Matt had those players here before he got here. Okay, who pushed those players were here before Matt got here, and then on top of that, what about the trade? Quentin Williams in here. Did Matt defense get better then? Just a little bit, and a linebacker Barron, just a little bit. We still have the same problems we have now that Matt is gone. We had the problems on defense before Matt got here. He just was thrown up under the fire. Now they're throwing up under the bus. They're gonna roll over Matt. They put Matt up under the bus, right? This is what they did, right? They punched Matt in the mouth during the offseason. This is an example. They pushed him in the mouth, knocked him to the ground, kicked him up under the bus, and then they rolled over him. And then they'll continue to drive off down their fairy tale lane and not said a word about the offense. That's a shame, man. You notice nobody, you know what they're not saying nothing about is the offense. You know that? They haven't said a word about Scotty and the offense and Dak Prescott because Jerry is up to no good, and that's what he's been doing for the last 30-something years because he don't have a GM in here. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. And his team is going to continue to crumble. I'm telling you, watch this. Now they got to go hunt for a defensive coordinator. So you still got the same problem that you had in 25 and 26. So now the attention is off Dak Prescott and Scotty for the horrible offensive play calling that Scotty doing in the red zone. The play calling, the running 100 in rounds with Turpin, running reverse play with Turpin, and running the back screen, the throwback screen, playing his players Mafia and Blue at the end of the season. And the horrible right tackle position was letting somebody else play in Steele's position to create off-season controversy. Tyler Guyton and Steele and BB in the center. They need a true center. They need a true center, man. BB is not a center. This team got problems at the center position and the right tackle position, and they don't know if they need to bring Guyton over to the right tackle, let him play. If they ain't paying out, release him, and probably draft them. Put Smith over there. They need to drop them a true center. They need to go, and then also they need to drop the quarterback. They need to drop the quarterback in 2026, man. This dude is on his last leg, and people don't understand, man. when you are 33, 30, when you're 34 years old out there trying to play quarterback, let me tell you something. Milton didn't look good at all in the Giants. He was decent. But you think you're gonna come into 2026 with Dak Prescott with that horrible quarterback? And you're gonna think you're gonna try to come here and say, oh well we gonna throw back 75%, 75%. You gonna try to do the same shit you did in 2025 with Dak Prescott? Come on, man. You're gonna be in the same boat. I'm telling you, man. So they fucked up in the Quentin trade. They could have finagled this trade. They could have dropped back. They could have traded back in the first round. They would have stayed pat, didn't trade for Williams, traded back, picked up another player in the second round. They could have had 2 second-round picks. If they wanted to fix their defense, they could have traded both those 2 picks in the first round, trade back into the second round, and then picked up some third and fourth rounds with deep on defensive trade out of the first round. They may have a chance to do that right now. Trade out, take both those picks, trade back into the second round and third round and the fourth round. They don't need nothing on off. They need a quarterback. If they don't trade back in this year's draft, both those picks trade to the second round and the third round and the fourth round, they can win this. They can win this draft trade. They can win this trade. They can win this draft if they trade both those picks, trade back into the second round, and trade back into the third round and fourth round. They'll win this year's draft. They don't need much and work on the defense. If they don't trade back, if that quarterback is there, draft your quarterback. They need a fucking quarterback. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. They got BB, who's really not true center, but he may pan out one more year. They're gonna put Guyton up to the right side. They got put Smith up to the left and probably finagle their way to a with a guard. They find a guard somewhere. If they don't draft one, bring back Williams, bring back Pickens, bring back Lamb. They got Schoolmaker and Ferguson. They got the best offensive in the y'all don't understand what I'm saying here, man. They got the best receiving core in the NFL. Flournoy in there, and they're gonna bring back Flournoy, and they're gonna bring back Mingo and Turpin. If they draft the quarterback, if they don't trade back, draft the quarterback to be behind Dak Prescott when they start failing you in 2026. And when he's released to get the fuck out of here in 2027, we can win some ball games. We can win some ball games. They're not gonna win nothing with him, man. You're gonna waste Lamb. You're gonna waste Flournoy, and you're gonna waste Pickens if they decide to keep him in Ferguson's career. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me put you muted. Hold on, wait. 1 minute. I gotta put y'all on mute for a second. But yeah, man, you can't continue to throw everybody under the bus, man. They throwing Matt up under the bus. They throwing everybody up under the bus, man, and it's not looking good for this organization, dog. It's not looking good. So let me ask you something. Do the Cowboys need a GM in here that can bring a true defensive coordinator in here because they missed out on Dan Quinn. I told you they need a GM in here, man. Because Jerry don't know what he's doing. So they need a quarterback for 2027. I wanted the young man from Ole Miss, but he's going back to school. So we may have to wait. But I don't know if Manning's coming out. I'm telling you, man, if this team draft a quarterback in 2026, I will be hopeful that they'll make the playoffs in 2026. Still, even if we draft a quarterback, that will give us some kind of hope in 2026 of making the playoffs. Let me ask you something. If you ask in the chat, do you guys feel comfortable with Dak Prescott getting us to the playoffs in 2002? If we fix the defense, and we're going to fix the defense, supposedly fix the defense, do you have confidence that this offense will score enough points to get to the playoffs in 2027? I don't know. Let me tell you something, man. See, I like how people. I like how these guys come out and talk. So they're going to be dogging out. They're going to be dogging out the next defensive coordinator. They're gonna be. See, they ain't saying shit about Dak Prescott though. Not a damn thing. None of these guys, man. We're pulling up if you play with a half-ass hire. So Jerry Jones has 3 rings. So it is draft the quarterback, man. You still gonna have problems on offense. They gonna talk shit about if this defensive coordinator. Let me tell you something. The guy that we bring in, and if this defense is if it's better than what we have now, I want him to put it on the offense. And then you let, if they bring Harbaugh in here as defensive coordinator, he'll probably get this team ready to play in 2026. What you gonna come out? You gonna dog Harbaugh out too? I want them to hire a defensive coordinator that want to put Scotty on the. You know what? That put Scotty in his fucking place. Put Scotty and Dak in his fucking place. I want him to hire somebody you can shut these content creators up. Put Scotty and put Dak in his place and put the ball in their court. I want them to say, look, your offense is not getting it done. You cannot continue to be the number 20th in the red zone when we keep getting the ball constantly back to you guys. You're not scoring enough points. And I don't want to hear the excuse, look, oh, we get to the 40-yard line, we got 3 points. We get to the 55-yard line, and we got 3 points. If that's the mentality that we're having in 2026, we fucked up, dude. Let's see. We're horrible. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. If our mindset is on offense, we get to the 50, the 45-yard line, the 50-yard line, or the 55 or the 60-yard line. Let's just kick a field goal. You know what that is? Kick a field goal. Kick 6 or 7 field goals. You know what that is? That means your offense is poor, shit poor, and your quarterback can't get to in the end zone against 500 teams. Dak Prescott cannot continue to beat mediocre teams his whole career and put up 4,500 yards and think that he can get away with this and be the leading passer, but then you're still not in the playoffs because your offense can't score in the red zone. Call a spade, man. I said this in the offseason. I said, if your offense can't score enough points and go out there and win the ball game, you can't continue to kick field goals all game. You can't kick 6 field goals all game and think that your kicker is going to be it's going to be the savior of your offense. Scotty play calling is horrible. His play calling is horrible. You can't run ends around. You can't run Turpin around the corner constantly. You can't throw score back screens all the time. You can't you can't fucking throw slants all the time to Pickens and not expect the ball to get picked off. Come on, man. That shit it don't matter. I don't know, man. But now we done been an hour, and that's probably going to conclude my ramble. But yeah, y'all can't continue to throw. I want to see how this play. I want to see how this play out, man. I want to see how this play out because I want to see what their next move is. Who is the next sucker that they're gonna throw up under the bus for defense to save Matt and to save Dak Prescott? What guy they gonna bring is gonna be the next sucker on for defense? You think that just you bringing a new defense coordinator this gonna fix the roster? You have no say over the roster. You have Jerry making all these bonehead decisions on the roster because he picks his players. He wants to be the fucking guru. So now who's gonna be the next defensive coordinator? Who's gonna save the defense? Who gonna help Dak Prescott out? Who's gonna get Dak Prescott the ball back when it's gonna be 50? Why Jay-Z said, I got 100,000 problems, but Dak Prescott ain't one. He ain't the one. So that's over. The Matt's era is over. Now they hit Matt in the mouth. They hit him in the mouth. They knocked him to the ground. They kicked him up under the bus, and they rolled over him. And then now they're just rolling straight down the road into the fairy tale road lane that they've been doing for the last 30-something years. So they're going who's the next sucker that they're gonna bring him in here that they're gonna blame on the defense now? Who's the next sucker they're gonna bring in here? I'm telling you, dude. You got all these contact raters going to continue. Okay, by tomorrow, Matt is gone, and now it was a chapter in the Cowboy history. How to fix the defense in 2026? How do we fix the defense and do everybody just running off at the mouth? That's the problem. Yeah, Matt. Matt didn't want to be here. Matt didn't want to be here. Why would you want to be someplace when you get thrown up under the bus constantly, talk shit about your defense, and then on top, but the offense ain't doing their job either? So now Matt is gone. Now you got more problems. You got the same roster that's handpicked by Jerry Jones and Will McClay for the last 2 or 3 years now. So Matt is gone now. So now you need somebody else to blame. Who are you gonna blame now? Who y'all gonna blame now? They need somebody else to blame. I'm balling out laughing right now because the quarterback literally said that it's the defensive DC and front office fault. Shouldn't take that much time to figure it out. Okay. This is a shame, dog. You sitting at home though. Boy, they don't want to say nothing about Scotty, do they? And it's horrible offensive play calling, dog. This team in shambles, man. See, it's a lot of backstabbing. What you just say before Matt leave? Everybody got a lot of shit to say, man, until we hit the fan. The Cowboys will host an annual end of season press conference tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the start. Jerry Jones advised that Scotty will be there, will be available. Look at this shit. I'll read it to you again. The Cowboys will host their annual end of the season press conference at 11:30 a.m. That's 1:30 on you guys' time at 11:30 my time. Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones and Brian will be there. They threw Scotty up under the bus though. Quentin Williams out running his big fucking mouth. Quentin Williams would have messed the Cowboys for shortly after the news Aaron departure, likely strictly confidence. They're not to shut their mouths, dog. Great things are coming. So happy to be a Cowboy. They gave up a number 2 pick for you, a number 1 pick for you. What great things are coming? Are you seeing something that we don't see? Are you seeing that your offense sucks still? Bro, they can't score points out. They're struggling in the red zone, but they should have never hired Scotty, dog. That's a shame, man. They had a chance to go to the playoffs this year. And on top of that, Philly lost against Washington. So that would have put them in the playoffs. That could have been that, bruh. If they would have continued winning, they would have had to win the last game against New York to get to the playoffs. Philly lost that game against Washington. But that was it. That was last year. But we're going to see how this shit play out, though. This should be interesting, though. You still got problems on offense. Y'all got problems on offense. Still, you got problems on offense. They need a quarterback, man. They need a quarterback, man. They need a quarterback to get them over the hump, dog. You think that you're going to bring some draft picks in here that they're going to play outstanding in the first year? You think that these draft picks going to come in here? I mean, if you think about it, y'all listen, hear me out. You think that these draft picks is going to come in here on defense and play outstanding. When you have veteran offensive linemen and veteran offensive linemen and veteran defenses you playing against each week, it's gonna make a difference. That's gonna do it for me for the day, man. But yeah, Matt's out. That was a good. Okay, you fired Matt. That's good. I'm glad you fired Matt. The defense is not that good. All right, but I'm not gonna throw Matt up under the bus. You still got the same defense that you did in 2025, and now it's over 2026. Show me change. Show me change, man. So Matt can rest. He can go on his vacation, enjoy his family, and enjoy himself, and not be criticized, not be kicked up under the bus, not be rolled up under, so he can enjoy the rest of his life away from Jerry Jones and his family, because this has been a shit show for the last 30-something years, because Jerry don't know what he's doing. He need a GM in here to help hire, and Will McClay don't know what the hell they doing. You don't know what the hell you're doing because you don't hire 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 defensive coordinators for the last fucking 30 years who ain't panned out, who ain't got to the NFC Championship game. You put a quarterback 2 bump. Look, you drafted. You got Tony Romo and you got Dak Prescott in the last 20 years have played quarterback, and both of them have not got you to the playoffs in the championship game yet. They need a quarterback, man. So in 2026, who you gonna blame it on now? They need to drop the quarterback. Just drop the quarterback. So when it's time to go, when you get paid $65 million a year, who can't show up in the clutch time, who can't get the ball to his favorite receivers, Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson, and stop throwing the ball high and start throwing the ball low and stop throwing the double coverage and can't put the ball on, hit the deep ball when it's going down the field, who can't scramble, who can't slide when necessary. When you got those type of things, those type of problems on offense, you're going to have problems. We don't need a quarterback that throw for 4,500 yards. We don't need that shit. We need a quarterback that can make great decisions, that's really good in the pocket, that can scramble, that can get the ball when it needed, that don't fall apart when we need him in the time, when we need you in the time of need, to go out there and win against tough teams, win ball games, and that we can rally his team around and that can get us to the playoffs. We don't need a quarterback that can throw for 4,000, 5,000 yards, 6,000 yards, 7,000 yards, 8,000 yards. We don't need that shit. We don't need a quarterback that can fucking take $65 million in cap money you pay him, and then the rest of your fucking team or defense is struggling. Your defense is struggling. What I mean, Monk? So you can't bring in veterans to come in here that you bring old has-been, washed-up veterans and shit that can come in here that they can't contribute to the team. Your linebackers are weak. You can't play. You can't get good linebackers because your quarterback then took up half the salary cap. You can't fix the defense if all the money's on offense. You can't do that. It don't make sense. Now you got to go out and draft the fucking a good linebacker. You got to go out and draft the pass rush. We don't know if they're going a pass rusher that we don't know if they're going they hand out. Now you got to go out and draft you a linebacker, a safety, somebody we don't know if they're gonna pan out. But you ain't got no proven veterans because you ain't got no money because all your money went to CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, Dak Prescott. All your money went there. All your offensive line got all your money, all the money on offense. But your defense is struggling, and you throwing pennies to your defense, and now you can't stop nobody in the run game. Now you can't stop nobody in the linebacker core. Now you can't pass rush. Now you can't cover in the secondary. Fuck out of here, man. I'm telling you, man. They could have drafted them a quarterback, man. If they didn't figure out that Say Lance ain't gonna work out, that Milton ain't gonna work out, they could have came in 2024, 2005 to drafted them a decent quarterback to get them over the hump. If they don't pay him all that money and fix your defense. Why would you have somebody $250 million over a span of 4 years and your defense is shit? That don't make sense to me at all. You pay somebody $250 million and your defense is last in the NFL. You can't sign veterans in here to come fucking play defense for you. They can't come help you. They can't come up and tackle. They can't cover. They can't pass rush. You go get service of old ass players, and your defense is in shambles. Does that make any sense to y'all? You sign a court, I do the $250 million, and your defense is last in the NFL. You can't pass rush. You can't come up and tackle on defense because you don't have the players. You can't cover in the secondary. Your safety sucks. Hooker and Wilson, they suck big time. And you sign Bland to all that money, and then you get a lot of money to Diggs, who's not here anymore. And then you want to throw everybody on the bus on defense? Fuck out of here, man. You gonna reap what you sow, dude. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me for the day, man. Didn't I tell you that's gonna hurt you though? Your defense. Oh, let's go trade for Williams to help our defense out in 2026. Wilson needs to stay in the box. No, Wilson needs to go, mean mug. Wilson needs to go because he's a liability in coverage. I mean, I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, you stay in the box. I respect your decision on that. Yeah, but you can't have somebody $250 million and not expect for your defense to be good. You can't expect to get to the playoffs if your defense is ranked 31, 32 the whole season because you have no good players on defense. You can't add to something when you have any money to add to. That's gonna do it for me for the day, man. For my rant. Y'all can get away with this bullshit that y'all been doing for 30-something years, but you ain't gonna fly with the old school OGs over here, man. I'm a 60s, 70s baby, man. You ain't gonna fool me. You can't fool me with your bullshit, man. Just come out, Jones. Just come out and say, look, man, I'm not trying to win a Super Bowl, man. Look, I'm just trying to get paid off merchandise, selling alcohol, ticket sales, and commercials, and ESPN, and my Netflix special. Just come out and tell us that, man. Don't come out and keep playing these games, man. So we can go somewhere else. So we can make you give up the team. Right now, you need to give up the team, dog, because you ain't did shit in 30-something years. since Jimmy left. Built the team, man. You ain't done shit. Sale, one of them sale. You can't expect to think you can win the Super Bowl with a 4th-round quarterback. He's not Tom Brady. And they're not gonna say shit about this offensive Scotty. They're gonna bash Matt for the rest of the night and the rest of the week that we're gonna go. They're gonna bash him all off season and talk about this horrible ass fucking the offense. They haven't done anything with 2 number 1 wide receivers and 2 good tight ends, three good tight ends. Spanford, Schoolmaker, and you got what's that boy name? Ferguson. They need a quarterback, man. They need a quarterback, man. I'm gonna tell you something. If they think they can go, if they think they can enter 2026 with Dak Prescott not get injured or hurt, he battered and bruised, man. I'm telling you, and his skills of going out there to try to win against 500 teams, it ain't working. It ain't worked, man. In 11 seasons. It's been 11 seasons, man. It's time to pull up in the garage, man, in your driveway with something new. I got the taste for something new. You know how you continue to eat y'all continue to eat old food for a couple of days and shit. You know, you got the Christmas food left over, Thanksgiving food left over. You got the New Year's food left over, and you say, God, I want the taste for something new. How come we can't have the mentality say, I want to take for something new? Y'all got to stand up and fight for what y'all want, what y'all believe in, man. Y'all have the right for that, man. Y'all spending money, man. You're spending money on your YouTube TV. You're spending money on your packages. You're spending money on your bills, man. The money that you spend is going right to Jerry Jones and his empire, man. When you watch these games and things like that, it's going wherever you spend money, it's going right to the cable company, and he getting a piece of that. You know what that's called? Uniform Commercial Code. You, as a fan, you should be able to have the right to stand up for what you want, for what you believe, and what you think that this team deserves. We cannot continue to sit back and not say shit and not having feelings about a guy who's been there for 11 fucking seasons. I call it 11 years. Because look, it's January 6th, 2026, right? 7 more months. It's the same thing, but it's a different thing. It's been there for 11 fucking seasons, 11 years. It's going to end up flipping over. Well, he ain't been there for, he only been there for 11 seasons, 11 years. He been there for 10 seasons, but I call it 11 years. That's why I see it. Y'all got to want change, man. Y'all got to bring somebody in that can play quarterback, that can get the ball downfield, that can go out and score when needed, and that want to go out there and win, man. This dude don't want to win no more, man. He don't want to win. He done fooled y'all for 11 years. This dude don't want to win. He want to get paid, man. He don't want to win. He gonna get up at that fucking microphone He won't lie to you every fucking time again. If you read the fucking script, this dude don't want to fucking win, man. We need a fucking winner, man. We need a winner, dog. We need a fucking winner. We need a winner, man. You need a quarterback that's a winner. I'm not a loser, man. If y'all want mediocre, and you want, if y'all in y'all life, check this out, man. In your life, are you mediocre? Do you want the best for you and your kids? Do you want the best for you and your future? Or are you going to continue to be a loser your whole life? You want to continue to do the same thing that you did. You're not doing the same thing that you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, are you? Or you want to change for your life in 2026? You want better for yourself in 2026 and beyond? You want more? You've grown as a person. You got smarter. You got wiser. You got wisdom now because you're not dumb as you was. You don't have the experience that you had. That you would have. You don't made a lot of mistakes, and so have I. And so now you've learned from your mistakes in the past. So 2026 going forward, you as fans need to step up, and y'all need to realize that what you want and what you need and what you got to have in 2026 and beyond, you got to stand up for it, and you have the right for it. You're not losers, man. We continue to lose with Jerry Jones. We continue to lose with Matty, and we continue to lose with Dak Prescott on offense. And Matt is we can't say Matt. We can't say nothing about Matt now because Matt's gone. Matt is Matt's gone now. Even fools were not just to the place. We can't say nothing about Matt anymore. Matt's gone. This is a new era, 2026. Matt's gone. So everybody got to keep Matt at them. Matt's been fired today. So now, how we move forward? We can't throw the blame on Matt anymore because Matt's gone now, baby. Matt's out of here. So now, guess what it rolls on to now? The offense. I'm telling you. And when it's all said and done, it's going to roll back onto the offense. You're going to see in 2026, we don't saw the schedule. Can Dak Prescott beat these 500 teams, these playoff teams in 2026? Because it's new defensive coordinator that they're going to bring in 2026. You can't throw the blame on him. You can't do that. Because if you try to do that, that means Jerry Jones is stupid for bringing in this coach in 2026 that's no better than Matt. Y'all got to think, man. And y'all got to look on the side of the ball. You can't continue to kick field goals. You can't continue to struggle inside the red zone. And you can't continue to get penalties your whole entire career. That's the coach. That's what that problem was. Kicking field goals when they get to the 50-yard line, and then penalties on offense, and then on top of that, personal foul, all the penalties they got, and then on top of that, they couldn't score inside the red zone. That was three things, man. I got to camera up for this. You can see me. In 2026, the Cowboys will be going on offense. Penalties. Can't score inside the red zone, number 2. And number 3, play calling. Bad play calling. Can't score inside the red zones and penalties. You can't fool me no more on offense, man. They can throw, so they're gonna say, "Oh well, we're gonna throw the next defense coordinator on the bus." oh, let's just throw this defensive on the coordinator and say this was another bad hire. And so now we need another, we're going to fire this guy in 26 because we didn't do well on defense again this year. And so now we ain't going to say nothing about the offense because the offense are struggling because we ain't corrected the issues on offense yet. We're still holding and we still got penalties and our preparation for offense is ugly. And then we can't score inside the red zone. And we continue to kick field goals in 2026. I'm telling you, man, draft your quarterback in 2026 and don't just drop some quarterback. Draft you a pretty damn good quarterback and come in here. So when Dak Prescott get the hell on out of here in 2026, or if he's not injured or when he's playing Pro Bowl in 26, we can put him in to go along with the offense and maybe we can get a spark. I'm telling you, man. But Matt's gone. We can't throw Matt up under the bus no more because he's out of here. So how do you fix the defense in 2026? So they can cry all they want about Matt and throw up under the bus and do that little shenanigan bullshit they've been doing for 30-something years because we ain't going to get fooled. Don't get fooled by the bullshit, man. The Oxnard bullshit and all the bull preparation they've been doing for the last 30-something years, dog. Yeah, that's going to do it for me for the day, man. I'm pissed off. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
Man, niggas want to be perfect. Play that game too, man. I'll get straight to it. Pull up with a Betty with her ass.
I really don't. And I've been thinking that I wasn't going to bring this up, but I might as well now. I would never do anything to hurt the sport that has been so really good to me. And I've been talking over with my wife, my manager.
It's like our motion, like the
We think that
do it is. You try me on, we smooth you like this.
it's hard to just feel like about. I think maybe it's time that I should step down, maybe, and retire.
Get out where you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine. Why'd you get that hell out of there? Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere. And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you been ducking me? Politics, man.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. All season long. All season long.
Watch somebody close the valve, boy. Come on. Guy's crazy. Don't listen to him. The little man don't want to come to me. Then I'll come to you people and lay out the truth. I am ranked number one. One.
Yeah.
That means I'm the best. But this bomb been taking the easy matches. Fight another bomb.
A big mouth,
Watch somebody close the valve, boy. Come on. Guy's crazy. Don't listen to him. The little man don't want to come to me. Then I'll come to you people and lay out the truth. I am ranked number one. One. That means I'm the best. But this bomb been taking the easy matches. Fight another bomb. I'm telling you and everybody here, I'll fight it anywhere, anytime, for nothing. People ain't never gonna see it happen because he's gonna retire. You see, he don't fight no real man. He fight them setups. What? You're a disgrace to this sport. Shut up, old man. You that chump don't know where to come from. That what your family doing real nice, ain't it? You call yourself a fighter? Prove it now. Give me that same chance. The way you've been ducking this disgrace. If he ain't no coward, why don't he fight?
I mean, niggas want to be perfect. Play that game too, man. I'll get straight to it. Pull up with a Betty on the bench, with her ass up. Niggas looking, told them they could try, just pull it. She had to play with her friends, but always be the last up. Baby by the paper, so pay up, you're in the crash up. Money on my mind like it's payday. You fuck with mine, I get to spinning like a baby. Most these niggas goofies and these bitches like Sinead. Niggas talking flying to that, hit them like Mayday. Damn, I see niggas saying I know you like the picture. It is what it is. Like,
Why did you go back to hell when you came from?
Type the valet park the bench, they like who the fuck up.
Few seconds from being on you like white on rice and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm. I'm gonna put my foot so far, your ass, the water on my knee will quench your thirst.
Nigga, let me get some buns. You ain't pimping if you ask me, you just chasing buns. You ain't designer, but you wore that shit like all fun. Make a step and stolen clothes. Always trying to finesse a nigga and wonder why they don't get love. I'm a big dog. You tell myself so I know I'll be
BT outside the RTC building at 2100 hours.
niggas, so I see the boy
Already want me gone.
you on the bench, you with
Get your
her
chance.
niggas looking for them, they can try to put it fast. Like she hit the blade with her friends, but always be the last. Maybe by the paper, so me up, don't want to crash. Money on my mind, like
Where is the first place trophy from the Virginia military gang?
Something. You can't run over everybody in this league. And every time you do, you leave one of your teammates hanging out to dry. Me and something. You can't run over everybody in this league. And every time you do, you leave one of your teammates hanging out to dry. Me in particular.
Why should I give a hoot about you? Huh? Or anybody else out there? You want to talk about ways you the captain, right?
Right.
Captain's supposed to be the leader, right?
Right.
You got a job?
I have a
You
job.
been doing your job?
I've been doing my job.
Then why don't you tell your white buddies to block for Red better? Because they have not blocked for him or for Plum Nickel, and you know it. Nobody plays. Yourself
you
included.
niggas want to be barbaric.
I'm supposed to wear.
Can play that game too, man. We'll get straight to it.
Dante, you snapped on that one.
Pull up with a Betty on the bench, you with her ass. Niggas looking, told them they could try, just pull the cash. She hit the blade with her friends, but always be the